Hey TikTok family. So I think I'm ready to give y'all a story time on what happened with my roommate and how it ended us not speaking no more. Okay, so this is a little backstory. So me and this girl, I'm gonna call her Chelsea. I'm going to call her Chelsea. So Chelsea and I went to the same school together. We graduated together. And she came to the school late. So she came to the school in 12th grade year. I had been to this said school for 3 years already. I had got there in 10th grade. So I had been to that school. So I had like established friends or whatever. I had like a little friend group. So Chelsea pretty much came to the new school, and me and my friend group welcomed her with open arms, and she started hanging around us. And yeah, so she became pretty cool or whatever. She was annoying, but she was cool. Okay, boom, fast forward, we graduate, and obviously, when you graduate, you kind of fall off with people just naturally, because people go their own ways and have their own lives or whatever. But this was when Snapchat was a thing. So me and Chelsea will always keep in touch through Snapchat. Like, always know what's going on with each other through Snapchat. So Chelsea would always want to like come see me, and she was a very like hyper person. Me, if you know me, I'm a very chill, laid back person. So being pressed for someone is not really my forte. I'm just putting that out there. So she was always like very, very excited and eager to come see me. Like, what are you doing? Da, da, da. She would always invite me to her birthdays. I would never go, only because like I would just always be working or have something going on or something like that. Okay, boom. Fast forward to 2018 when I had got pregnant. I was pregnant, and she was actually the first person that I told. I told her I was pregnant, and obviously she was very, very excited. I invited her to my baby shower, but she was in the military, so she was actually I think she had like training or something like that. I don't know, but she wasn't able to come to my baby shower. Okay, cool. Fast forward to 2020. Yeah, 2020. Me and Chelsea were talking, not every day. We were talking, and I don't know how it came out. I think she had came to my house one day, and I was living at my mom's house at the time. She came to my house, and we were talking, and me and my mom had a conversation after Chelsea left. And Chelsea my mom pretty much was like, you and Chelsea should move in together. Like, she's always like so pressed to be around you. You're ready to move out, but I don't think you're ready to live on your own yet. So you and Chelsea should, be roommates. She was like, she has a good job, you have a good job, she gonna pay her bills. So she was like, I would approve, you roommating with Chelsea. Y'all known each other for quite some time, so why not? Okay, boom. I proposed this to Chelsea. Chelsea is already looking for a place to stay. So I'm like, okay, well, this is perfect. So Chelsea's like, yeah, I'm with it. Boom. We find an apartment, we apply, we get approved. It's cool. At the time when I moved in, I had a boyfriend. And obviously my kids. I have twins, so obviously my twins. So we had a 2-bedroom and a den. The den was like a bedroom though, so it had a closet, it had a door, everything like that. So me and my daughters took 2 rooms, and Chelsea took the master bedroom. Cool. So yeah, so fast forward, we're moving in, everything's cool. I'm kind of just telling her, like, she wanted to go to the store together, and I'm like, we don't have to do that. I'm a very particular person. So what I want is what I want. I don't want to have to compromise anything that I want. So we both had separate bathrooms, right? So I'm like, I'm a proactive person, so I had already ordered I had already got like bathroom decorations and like stuff like that. I had already got that, so I put it up in my bathroom. She got her stuff situated, but she wants to go to the store to get like household essentials, like toilet paper, paper towel, just essentials for when you move, a trash can, microwave, stuff like that, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. So boom, we go to the store together. We split everything that was for the house, like essentials. We split the bill. Cool. I told her, like, I don't eat a lot of stuff, so what I bring in here is what I bring in here. What you bring in here is what you bring in here. I'm not gonna eat your stuff, my daughter's stuff. Please, like, don't eat it. And if you do want anything of mine or my daughter's, just ask me, right? Just let me know. Cool. She's like, okay, bet, same thing for you. Like, if you want anything, just ask. Cool. I don't really eat other people's stuff anyway, so that wasn't a problem. All right, bet. So hold on. So, all right. I don't know what they was doing, but fast forward. Cool. My boyfriend, he had actually helped us move in. At the time when he helped us move in, she's like, oh, brother this, brother that, brother. Like, she is team. My boyfriend at the time was the person who I was telling y'all about in my previous stories, Larry. So that's who my boyfriend was at the time, Larry. So she's like, Larry's the best, y'all are so cute. Like, she is all for me and Larry's relationship. Okay, so we moved in the apartment in May. I'ma just say, y'all, by July I was moving out. Crazy. So days go on, everything's cool, no issues with bills or nothing like that. We're making sure we pay our bills. Everything is cool with the food, everything's cool. The issue was, I had my boyfriend over my house that I pay bills at almost every day. Was he eating up her food? No, he was not. Was he parlaying in the living room? No, he was not. He was in my bedroom 95% of the time. And like I told y'all, we had separate bathrooms, so he was obviously using my bathroom. All right, this kept going on. And hold on real quick. Yeah, so I forgot where I left off. I think I said he was over at the house. He was in my room 95% of the time, using my bathroom. Majority of the time when he did come over, we ordered out, so no food was being used or nothing like that. So this is part 1. I'm gonna come back with a part 2. Part 2 of why I would never get a roommate ever again. Okay, so we're still in May. May is going good. My boyfriend is still coming over. She is interacting with him. She is, she's cool. Like, she was cool with everything. So, boom, June. That was her birthday month. She has a big party. She has a big party and invited a whole bunch of people. Cool, right? It was fine. She was overly drunk, and that's really besides the point. But okay, yeah. So she had the party. Cool. My boyfriend is still coming over frequently, spending the night, things like that. Cool. She's not saying anything. Later on in June, okay, in the apartments that we lived in, we lived on a bottom floor. I worked at night at this time. My boyfriend used to stay at my apartment. I already know what y'all gonna say. Y'all gonna be like, man, why the hell would you leave your boyfriend in the house for her? But I promise y'all, like, it wasn't a thought in my mind that he would go for somebody like her. Do with that what you want, okay? But, okay, so it was this particular night. I had to work at night. I think my daughters were there. Or they might have been with their grandmother. I can't really remember. I think they were with their grandmother, though. They wasn't there. No, they were there. Okay, they were there, but they were asleep. I had made sure they were asleep before I went to work. So cool. I get a call from my boyfriend, and he's like, somebody just tried to break in. So I'm like, what? He like, yeah, but I just went to, I had went outside to like check the area, to see what had happened. So she calls me. She's like, yeah, I saw the dude climb over the balcony trying to tuggle on the back door. So I'm like, okay, now at this point, I'm like panicking. I'm like, I need to leave work. So she's like, no, everything is cool. Like, Larry was here to basically scare the dude off. Cool. So I get home 7:30 in the morning. And everything was everything. She was shaking up. They was just telling me like everything that happened. 1 second. Okay. So I'm sorry, I was trying to listen, but so they were just telling me like, what had happened and everything like that. Cool. We moved past that. She's confiding me. This was a day that Larry was not there. So she's confiding in me. She's like, I'm just so glad that Larry was here, like, because I'm a female. Like, I didn't want to be here by myself when that had happened. So I'm like, yeah, I'm glad he was here too. I'm glad that, the dude didn't get in and nothing happened. So she's just like telling me that. Okay, cool. Time progresses. It's now probably like the end of June, like the end of June, the last week of June. Stuff is kind of getting I honestly don't know how things started taking a turn, honestly. So we had this conversation. She texts me. She will always text me and say, can we have a talk? So I'm like, okay. So she texts me and she's like, I understand, like, you be wanting your boyfriend here, but sometimes I want to walk around the house naked. So that immediately like threw me off. It immediately threw me off because like you don't live here by yourself. Neither do I. I don't live here by myself either. But like, girl, what? Even if my boyfriend wasn't here, what makes you think that I want to see you around the house naked? Like, come on now. So cool. So I was like, so are you saying you don't want him over here every day? So she's like, yeah, I just don't feel like he should be over here every single day. I'm like, well, he's not over here every single day. But okay. Cool. So time progresses, and I honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I did not pay what she said no relevance, because I'm like, I pay bills here too. My name is on the lease too. Like, if I want my boyfriend to come over, I'm gonna have my boyfriend come over, right? I'm not gonna not let him come over because you want to fucking walk around the house naked. Like, no, it never gave it that. So, but I'm just trying to like keep it like just keep it cordial in a way. Like, I would tell him like, if I'm not here, you cannot be here, right? Because I was leaving him in the house with her. I know what y'all gonna say. Y'all gonna chew me out for this, but I swear, it was no, like, I did not think that they would be like, and they, from what I know, they did not. So, hold on. So, boom. So time progresses. It's July now. I told you she's in the military, so I remember when it was something big happening in DC, where literally all officers, all military personnel, like everybody had to be in DC. 1 second. Yeah, so everybody, DC police, military personnel, they all had to be outside. I can't remember what event happened, but everybody had to be like outside. So she had came home one day and was just real nasty to me. Like, I'm glad you didn't have him over here today. I'm getting tired of seeing him. Like, just real nasty. And I had to ask her, like, well, where is this coming from? Because first it was Team Larry and brother, and all this and all that. She's like, I mean, I honestly am just tired of seeing a man every day. So I'm like, I get that, but I don't say any of that when you're bringing different dudes in the house, right? You're bringing multiple different men in and out of the house, and I'm only bringing this one dude in the house, like, and he's staying in my room. So, I was just irritated. Like, I was just real irritated. So, this had distanced us. Like, we was barely talking. I still had him over, so I was staying in my room. Like, it just wasn't good at this point. And a little backstory. We had furniture in the house. My mom had gave me a couch. She gave me a fireplace, and that's it. We just had a couch and a fireplace. Oh, and a TV. I think she had bought the TV or something like that. No. Yeah, I think she bought the TV. But, so the furniture in the house, it was my furniture. But that's just like a little detail. It's about to end, so I'm gonna come back with part 3. So this is part 3 of why I will never get a roommate again. So I left off telling y'all that we were in July at this point, and it was pretty awkward between us. Like, we were barely speaking. We were just paying bills together. She was staying in her room, I was staying in my room. It was just very, like, awkward. So, this one particular day, I had told her, like, yeah, my boyfriend's coming over, my sister and her boyfriend's coming over. So she was like, okay. Like, it was just like, okay. So I didn't feel like I had to ask her because my name is on this lease too. You let me know when you want company. I let you know when I'm having company. Like, I didn't feel like it was a ask type of thing. This is my house too. So boom. So they came over. It was a chill type of vibe. Like, we were just playing games, drinking, just chilling. Literally just chilling. She stayed in her room for whatever reason that was on her. And everything was cool, right? Cool. Next day comes, everything is still awkward, but it's cool. It's copacetic. I think my boyfriend had came over. And she ain't say nothing, but she was walking around like with the attitude. So I'm like, okay, she'll be fine. Just stay in my room. Like, she'll be fine. Okay. Then I think that next weekend, my boyfriend and my sister and my brother had came over again for that weekend. It was like a Friday or Saturday or something like that. So I let her know, and I'm like, yeah, we're just gonna chill. Cool. So that night, she called me in her room and was like, yeah, if they keep coming over, I'm gonna have to call the police on them. So I'm like, call the police on them for what? What did they do? Like, they literally did nothing, y'all. Like, when I tell y'all they did nothing, we were literally chilling, like playing games, drinking, just chilling. She's like, because at this point it's trespassing. They're coming in here and I don't want them here. Okay, yeah, you're weird, because how is it trespassing and my name is on the lease and I'm inviting them to my house? Like, you're weird. So I'm like, okay. So at that point, I just made everybody leave. I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like this tonight. Everybody just go. I made my boyfriend leave too, because I just did not feel like it. So, boom. She's like, so after everybody leaves, she's like, yeah, I don't mind people being here. Like, I don't mind people being here, but it's just the simple fact that you're always having company. Like, you always having company. It's always your boyfriend. It's always this. It's always that. I'm like, but that's my boyfriend. And you're not the only one who lives here. You have a roommate. 1 second. Okay, so yeah, so she was like, what'd she say? She was like, yeah, I understand, like, you want to have people over here, and I'm trying to be respectful because you pay bills here and you live here too, but it's like, damn, like, I don't get no me time. I don't get no this, no that. I don't get to walk around my house how I want to walk around my house. And I'm like, at this point, I had to talk to my mom, because I'm like, I need to know, like, and what is what I'm doing wrong? Like, should I not be having my boyfriend over here? So my mom's like, I mean, you live there too. Like, you pay bills there too. So she was like, it's kind of a tough situation, because she lives there. She deserves, what she wants, and you live there. You deserve what you want. So it was kind of a tough situation. So I had my boyfriend come over there less, just to keep the peace, just to keep the peace between us. That still was not good enough. Like, I had him come over there less, and she was still not satisfied. She was still not satisfied. She still had an attitude. So then it got to a point where she is going around the house, like, huffing and puffing, slamming things, listening to gospel music extra, extra loud. Like, girl, I'm all for gospel music. I listen to gospel music, but she was doing it as if, like, we were demons or something, like, because she had started praying loud and, like, just all this type of stuff. So I'm like, okay. But if y'all watched my first story time, y'all understand why now I understand why she was praying and playing music, because my ex was really a demon. And she probably sensed that. Like, she probably sensed that, you know, he was not brought too tight. But at that time, I'm in honeymoon stage of me and him. Like, that was our first year together. So it was nothing nobody could tell me to make me not be with him. So that was just me. So, okay. Boom. Fast forward. My sister is there, right? So she has said something. I can't remember what she has said, but she said something. And my sister had got involved. My sister's like, pause. I'm lying. She didn't say something. My sister messed up. And I take the blame for that. My sister ate her ice cream. But that was because before all of this, like, before everything had got, like, awkward between everybody, she had told my sister, like, you can have anything in here that you want, because she used to adore my sister, right? So she would always tell her, like, you can have anything in here that you want. My sister is a petty person. So she, at this time, fast forwarding back to this time where everything is awkward and, like, we're kind of, like, being distant to each other, my sister had ate some of Chelsea's ice cream. Chelsea came to the room and was like, did you eat my ice cream? To my sister. So my sister's like, yeah, you told me I can have anything I wanted. So that sent Chelsea over the moon. Like, it sent Chelsea over the moon. So I'm like, I felt bad, because I'm like, I would not want nobody to touch my stuff. So I'm like, I'll get you some more ice cream. Like, I didn't know she had ate the ice cream. I'll get you more. She was like, no, the principle is she shouldn't have touched my stuff. But I'm like, you can't say that, because you told her she could have anything she wanted in there. So I'm like, but nonetheless, I will get you some more ice cream, right? So, fast forward, me and my sister and my daughters, we were gone out of the house. Chelsea texted me and was like, I'm really starting to get irritated. I'm trying to be patient with you and everything, but something's gonna have to give. Okay, so I was getting, 1 second. So, me and my sister and my daughters, we were out of the house. Okay, and mind y'all, I told y'all that most of the furniture in the house I had brought. I also gave her a bed. She didn't have any beds, so I gave her one, right? It was actually just it wasn't a whole bed. It was just a mattress. She didn't have a mattress, so I gave her the mattress. She didn't have a bed either. The mattress was on the floor. I'm just saying. But she needed a mattress, so I let her have one of my old mattresses. It was still a brand new mattress, though. It was just a king size mattress, and I had a queen. So that happened. It's about to end. So stay tuned for part 4. I'm probably not going to post part 4 tonight. Y'all got three parts out of me today, so y'all will get part 4 tomorrow. Hey y'all, I know y'all been waiting. So this is part 4. I'm trying to hurry up and finish this story, because I actually hate telling story times on here. I'm already not a good storyteller, so I hate telling stories on here. So this is part 4 on why I would never get a roommate again. So I left off telling y'all that me, my sister, and my 2 daughters were out of the house, and she had texted me and was like, Chelsea had texted me and was like, yeah, I'm really starting to get irritated with this situation. Something's got to give, pretty much. So I was irritated. Like, I was just annoyed. I was annoyed by the whole situation. I was annoyed by her because at this point, I'm just telling y'all, like, significant things that happen, like, you know, within the time frame of us living together. But it was like a build up. Like, we started off good, and then little stuff started, like, to piss me off with us living together. I'm not a confrontational person at all, like, at all. So I try to, like, just keep things smoothed over, and, like, you know, just put things under the rug. So I wasn't really trying to do too much with the situation. But at this point, as she's getting frustrated, I'm getting frustrated. So yeah, so when she sent me that text message, I pretty much was like, okay, well, you're gonna have to give me my bed back, get another bed. And y'all gonna say I'm wrong as fuck. I know I'm wrong. I was dead wrong for that. I gave that girl a bed because she didn't have a bed. I should have never had took that bed back. I can say that I'm grown as hell now. I was young as hell back then. So I was young and immature. So I can definitely say that I played a part in this whole situation. There were things that I did that I shouldn't have done, and I can, you know, admit to that now. So I text the girl. I'm like, Chelsea, I'm like, yeah, you need to give me my bed back. Like, you got an issue with me having my nigga over there. Oh, me having my boyfriend over there. Sorry, y'all. Me having my boyfriend over there. Give me my bed back, and I'll move out. Give me my bed back. I didn't need that bed at all. I was just being petty. I was trying to hurt her the same way she was trying to hurt me, right? So, she's like, yeah, I'm not giving you this bed back. So I'm like, okay, cool. Say less, right? So, me, my sister, and my daughters end up going home. Chelsea was home. She was in her room. Door was closed. Door was locked. All that, okay? I get my kids ready for bed. They're asleep. Okay? So they're asleep. Me and my sister. It's just me and my sister. Next thing you know, me and my sister just talking about the situation. Like, basically we talking about Chelsea in my room. Next thing you know, we hear a knock at the door. It is Chelsea's best friend. Chelsea's best friend comes. Okay, cool. They go to Chelsea's room. Then we hear another knock. Another one of Chelsea's friends come. They go in Chelsea's room. Okay, cool. Then we hear some more knocks. It's Chelsea's big sister. So I'm like, oh, are these bitches, like, are they trying to rag or something? Like, they trying to fight? It was like, what's tea? So, next thing you know, I don't even know how it got to this situation. I told y'all this happened so long ago. So, I'm trying to, like, remember every little detail. But we ended up in the living room. I had ended up going to the living room. Her sisters, she had 3 sisters. Well, she had like a fake sister or a real sister. I don't know. But she had 3 sisters there. 2 of her friends. And like one of the sisters' boyfriend. So in total, that was what? Like 6 people. 6 people there for her. And it was just me and my sister. Mind you, my daughter's asleep. Oh, I'm sorry. My boyfriend had ended up coming. I had called my boyfriend because I told him I didn't feel comfortable. So I had ended up calling my boyfriend. So my boyfriend had came. Boom. So it's me, my sister, and my boyfriend. And her 6 people. So we're in the living room, and her sister, her older sister, was like trying to be mediator and was like, yeah, just trying to mediate the situation. Like, well, you can't just be having people in here because she stays here too, and like just pretty much talking at me like, you don't need to be having your dude over here every day, like just coming at me saying all of this, saying all that. So, but they were getting hyped, like they were getting very, 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 very hyped. So I'm like, I told y'all I'm not confrontational. My sister is very confrontational. She's younger than me. We're 5 years younger. So she's way younger than me. So she's like, she don't give a how old you are. She's ready to fight. So she like, and who's going to do something about it? So boom. Chelsea, mind you, she's in the military. So technically, girl, you can't even be fighting for real. Like, you're not even supposed to be fighting. So she is like not even really saying nothing to me. She's really like saying something to my sister. Like, it's fighting words. Fighting words are going back and forth. So I'm not saying anything, y'all. I'm mute. Cause I don't know. Like, confrontation, I shut down. So I'm mute. Like, I'm not saying anything. The older sister is like, yeah, so you feel like, you know, you can have your dude over here every day, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. I'm like, yes, I do. Like, I do feel like that because I pay bills here too. And he's not bothering her. He's not bothering anybody. He's in my room, right? So I did say that. So my boyfriend at the time, he was a wild head. Like, he was a hothead. So, he was yapping. He was ready to argue with any female. Red flag. Don't be with no nigga that, I keep saying the N-word, I'm sorry. Don't be with no dude that keep arguing with a female. But at the time, I told y'all we were very new, so I'm not thinking nothing of that. So he's like, yeah, da, da, da. So they coming at him. They like, and you hear talking to him, and you hear you don't even got no pocket to piss in, like you mooshing off of her. Like, they were just going in, y'all, just going in. So Destiny is quiet. She's sitting on the fireplace. I'm sitting on the couch, quiet. Me and Destiny are both quiet. At this point, it's just her sister's doing all the talking. Her sisters is just trying to mediate the situation. Like, yeah, y'all was friends. Like, y'all shouldn't be letting something like this ruin y'all and all this and that. Boo, 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 boo. All right, cool. I ended up feeling very, very comfortable because they started getting more hype. Like, it started to be like, yeah, so what y'all trying to do? Like, you saying you gonna get her mattress, what you gonna take it? Like, it was giving that. So I'm like, yeah, I did ask her to give me my mattress back because she wanted to be petty, so I can be petty too, right? So she like, oh, how you gonna get the mattress? So I was like, is that a real question? I gave her the mattress. Is that a real question? So I said, all right, don't worry about it. Mind y'all, I wasn't trying to fight. For one, my kids in that house. And for two, it's 6 people. And only me and my sister. Like, I wasn't trying to fight. I wasn't on that. So, cool. So I ended up waking my daughters up. It was so wrong. I ended up waking my daughters up because they was loud. They was getting rowdy. I ended up waking my daughters up, and I left there and went to my mom's house because I just was not feeling comfortable. I did not want to sleep in that house. I didn't want my kids in that house. So I just was not feeling comfortable. So I ended up leaving. My boyfriend ended up taking me to my mom's house, taking me and my sister to my mom's house. I'm gonna come back with a part 5. Okay, so this is part 5 on why I would never get a roommate again. So I basically, yeah, like I said in the last part, I had my boyfriend take me to my mom's house because I just was not feeling comfortable. So boom, I left. I'm talking to my mom. My mom is not a confrontational person at all. Like, she's more of a solutions type of person. So like, okay, so what are you gonna do next? What's the next plan? So she's like, at this point, you need to just move out. Like, after that lease, just move out. Like, it's not even worth all the drama. So she like, just pack your stuff up and just move. So boom. So I'm like, okay, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So the next day, I booked a U-Haul. Mind y'all, I told y'all I had furniture and stuff there, right? And y'all gonna tell me I'm dead wrong for this? I don't care. It was years ago. I know I was wrong for some of it, but it is what it is now. So I booked a U-Haul. Me, my sister, and my boyfriend. We packed my house up. Everything that was mine, even the stuff I gave her, I took. Her bed, I took. The couch, I took. Everything, I took. Was it petty to take her bed? It was. She wasn't there, y'all. She wasn't there. She was not there. So we had ended up taking everything. I actually had ended up throwing that couch like at the dumpster because I didn't want it. Had stains and stuff on it. I didn't want it anymore. So I ended up throwing it at the dumpster, but I just know I wasn't leaving it in that house for her. Like I told y'all, I was very immature. At the time, I wasn't thinking. So I ended up moving all my stuff out, putting all my stuff in my mom's basement or whatever. And she had ended up texting my mom because I had blocked her. She had blocked me. We had blocked each other. So we was not communicating. So she had ended up texting my mom, y'all, basically threatening my mom. Like, yeah, and I know you told your daughter to do what she did. It's gonna be consequences. Like, she was just threatening us. So then the older sister, who I told y'all had came to the house to like mediate stuff, she texted my mom and she was popping her words like, yeah, what y'all like? Y'all didn't open the can of worms. You didn't took everything out the apartment. So my mom pretty much texted the older sister like, Courtney took everything out the apartment that was hers, that belonged to her. So that's what she did. Cool. So the girl's still popping it. I told y'all my mom is not a confrontational person, so she didn't even respond. So that's what it was. The next day I had went to the leasing office. I'm like, yeah, I was in an unsafe situation. And remember I told y'all earlier in the stories that somebody tried to break in. So that helped me get off the lease. I was like, I have kids, like, you know, I just finagled and ended up getting off the lease. So she was just on the lease. She was responsible for the lease at this point because I was off. I was out of it. So that had happened, y'all. Probably like a week later, my boyfriend, it probably wasn't a week later. It might have been like a month later. We had decided, like, we together every day. We might as well get a place together, right? Which we should have had done already, but it was still very new for us. Our relationship was still very new, but at the time we was already moving fast, so it probably really wouldn't even have mattered. So we was like, we might as well just move in together. Like, I don't want to be at my mom's house with twins. Like, let's just get a place together. So we were apartment searching, and he had a rental at this time. I don't know why he had a rental. I don't know where his real car was. I'm not sure. I can't remember. He might have gotten into an accident or something. I don't know. But he had a rental, and he came to pick me up at my mom's house. Y'all, he came inside. He left the rental running, but it was like a push start rental. So he had the keys, but the car was still running. So this don't really have nothing to do with the story, but we think Shorty has something to do with this. So that's why I'm just telling it, because like a month later this happened, but this was probably our karma for, you know, what we had did. So he had came inside to help me with my daughters, like put them in a car or whatever. So when we come out, y'all, the rental's gone. The shit's stolen. We ended up getting it back the next day, but it was stolen. So we it's too fresh. Like this B, she really she probably had somebody come do this. Like, she probably been watching us. She ended up not doing it. It was some young boys who took it. But I'm just saying this to say, like, that was definitely karma. But that is a situation that was just unnecessary, just too much, just caused so much unnecessary chaos in my life. Like, but I will never, because of that, I would never get a roommate again. Like, the only people I could ever live with is my kids. That's it. I can barely live with my mom. So yeah, no, that actually showed me a lot. Looking back on the situation, it's probably things that I could have done differently. I already know. But you live and you learn. I'm way older, way more mature. I would never be put in that type of situation ever again, because I only want my own. So yeah, so that was the end of the story. It was a real short, to the point story. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. And all y'all that's commenting all this, I didn't really like her anyway, y'all just talking. Y'all just be saying anything, and y'all don't be knowing anything. Because I liked her. We were cool, or I would have never moved my kids in the house with her. She just was annoying. You know how some people you can just take in doses? That's just how she was. She was annoying. I didn't dislike her though, or I wouldn't have moved in with her. But that's it. That's the story time. Make sure you like and follow me.